Are y'all ready for this? I don't think you are. We're doing a get ready with me with the red, white, and blue for our celebration of Independence Day. So this is me with absolutely no makeup at all. I'm sorry if I've scared you away. Hi, my name is Renee. Welcome to our Angels Club. Here, if you're a member, you're an angel. And that's what I'll refer to you as an angel. Because we all have wings and we're all worthy. So this is a collaboration that I'm doing with several other ladies. And I didn't write their names down, but it will be in the description below. So let's get started because I'm supposed to have this video uploaded and ready to go by 5 o'clock. And I've been busy all morning and I should have done it early so I could just do it, which is probably what the other women did, but not me. You know, Renee waits to the last minute. So I've got my sponge here and it's not wet. So give me 1 second. I gotta go wet it, see how big it is now. Wait till I come back. Okay, sponge is wet. See how big it became? This is why I love these things. I try to wring it out a little bit with a napkin before we get started. But let's get into this red, white, and blue themed Get Ready with Me. I am going to use this foundation. I know it has a funny name, so I'm not even going to attempt it because y'all probably all know what it is, and I will just slaughter it if I try to say what it is. So I'm just going to already moisturize my face before I started this. And I don't know why I'm trying to use my camera as a mirror because I know I can't do that. So I'm gonna try to do it this way so y'all can see. Make sure I get it in the corner of my nose. Maybe just a tad more on my forehead. Well, it's really not gonna matter. I don't know why I'm doing this because when I get through, you're not really gonna see my forehead that much, but oh, sorry. I'm gonna try to remember not to block the view. Okay, so foundation is on. So next I need to do some contouring because I have a round face along with a double chin, and we try to hide that as much as possible. And I'm looking for a brush that I want to try to contour with. I know we're gonna need this one, but let's see. Maybe this one. We'll try this one, okay? So let me get a little bit. This is a cream contour bronzer. I kind of call it all the same thing. So I'm going to start here, move down, start here, move down, try not to go too low. Then I'm going to here and bronze the crap out of that double chin to try to get rid of it. If I was rich, oh, don't think I wouldn't have that thing fixed. right under the jawline. Trust the process, y'all. Trust the process. You're probably thinking, dang, she's white. But she's using some awful dark contrast or bronzer. But that's why we have our blending brush. And I'm going to use this small one to go down the side of my nose. I don't know why I do this, because I don't feel like I have a big nose or that my nose is wide. I mean, I don't feel that way, so I don't know why. You know, I need to do that, but now we gotta just try to blend this in without taking off my makeup that I just put on. That one's all right. Let's try this side. And I always try to go up, because gravity has not been my friend. And now let's get a shadow going here, hopefully. We're gonna go down the neck. Just try to get all that in. Get those jowl lines going. I'm gonna use some powder on them. And then just blend this out a little bit. They say it's supposed to make your nose look snatched. Why do I want my nose to look snatched? I don't know. I would like for this to be gone. But, you know, that's going to require some kind of filler, or I'm not sure. Because the doctor said when that's a lot of bronzer right there. The doctor said when I fell and hit the baseboard, when I passed out in my bathroom, I cut the muscle, and the muscle didn't grow back. They were amazed that I didn't have a concussion. They just knew I had a concussion when I come in. I mean, my face was twice the size it is now. So, yeah, they immediately took me back to see if I had a concussion, and I didn't. But my head was hurting like I did. But God was with me, because I didn't get a brain bleed or anything like that. All right, so we've got just our foundation and our bronzer on, and we've got to, let's see, we're gonna do a blush. Don't really like red blushes, but the theme is Get Ready With Me, red, white, and blue. So I've got to do some kind of blush, and I'm not sure. Let's powder this down, because I think the blush I'm gonna use, I wonder if we could use this, but this is a really, this is a Katy Perry CoverGirl red. I just don't see how red that is, y'all. That is like super red, and I don't know how it would blend out. It seems okay. Then if I put some powder on it. Well, there's only one way we're gonna find out, isn't there? We're just gonna try it and see, because I do not own red blushes, okay? Red's my favorite color, but not in a blush. So we're just gonna go dot, 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 and I am using the camera again to look when I should be looking down here. I just don't know how this is gonna work, but we're just gonna trust it and keep going, right? Okay, that's a little red. Let me try this. I don't want this to dry up on my face and dots, so I want to get it, go ahead and get it sheared out. I want to go up with it, up with it, up with it, up with it. Okay, so that's a red blush, y'all. I got a little too close to my eye here, but that's okay, because we're gonna fix it. But it sheared out pretty good, but we may go back and put a powder over the top, because I need to go ahead and just lightly powder my face with a big fluffy brush so that everything sets in place. And I'm gonna use that pink powder I showed y'all in a haul. I think it was the last maybe two videos ago, and I haven't opened it yet. And of course, it doesn't want to open. And I'm sorry, my nails are janked up. I know I didn't do them because I'm doing so much in my apartment, moving stuff around, getting rid of stuff, just, I don't know. And I'm like, the minute I put these on, I'm gonna pop them off and lose one, sure enough. Finally got that off, y'all. Let me just stick it right there to the table so I can put it in the trash. And it's one of those you have to, well, I said you have to shake, but you don't really have to shake it. It's really finely milled. So I'm just gonna take a big fluff brush, tap some of that off, and just go in and lightly tap everything to set everything. We can always go back with some more if we need to. And I'm not even looking in the mirror. I'm looking again into the, not too bad, right? It doesn't look too bad. No, I don't think it does. I don't think it looks bad at all. I kind of like this pink powder. It's really, really finely milled. Leaves your face feeling like you just put baby powder on it. Oh, that reminds me, does it have talc in it? Cornstarch. That's what it is. So I can go back in with this other fluffy brush and just brush anything that might be left. And then we're gonna start on our eyes. And we're doing red, white, and blue eyes. So, are y'all ready for this? Because I'm not. Because I'm like, red, white, and blue. Okay, let's see what we can do. Oh, you know, anybody who's ever watched my my videos know I cannot go a video without dropping something. And that was my drink that fell. And it happens to be a soda, which I normally don't drink. But yesterday I told my husband, I said, I really, really am craving, and I need to stop looking in there again, craving a soda. I said, I really want a soda. And I thought he was going to bring me a soda. And he brought a 6-pack of sodas home, which we rarely do. because I make tea. He drinks tea, I drink tea. And we drink a lot of water. So I'm just trying to get rid of that jowl look, y'all. I hate that, but you know, that's DNA and Mother Nature, and you can't have everything, can we? We can't all have that snatched nose and just have that model look, right? So, okay, let's get to the red, white, and blue. All right, let me get this open. Where is my opener? Right here. Because I had to really look through a lot of my palettes because I wanted something that was like white, because you know it's supposed to be white. So I found a Wet n Wild palette that I've had for a while called Something to Rave About, and it has a stark white in it. So we are going to use a stark white all over the lids. And let's see, we're going to put a little concealer on first. And I'm going to put just a dab right here where I got my blush too far up, close to my eye. And then we're going to blend that all out. I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't have one of these sponges, y'all are missing out. They are absolutely wonderful, and I love them. Love, love, love them. I'm still not real pleased with that, but you know, what can you do, ladies? What can you do? Well, you know, I could, well, I sort of say I could quit eating too much, but you know, that's not going to help, because then it'll just get looser and sag more and more. So we're going to get what kind of brush here, and use this white. Trying to, I'm wondering if this would be better. Let's try this a minute. Let me see what this does. Is this, I got more control with this about where the white goes, and I'm really, y'all can really see how I'm outlining my eyebrows there, and I haven't done my eyebrows yet. So this is my white, y'all, and I'll probably do it in the waterline too. So we're doing this one, and this will look a lot better once I get my eyebrows done. I hope I brought this stuff for my eyebrows over from my what do you call it, ladies? Or angels? Your makeup desk? What do you call that? Come on, y'all know, tell me. Y'all send out vibes, tell me, what is that called? My for some reason, I keep wanting to say pantry, but it's not a pantry. It's your vanity. There you go, your vanity. Now I'm going to share this out with a little brush, y'all. Not, just blend it. I mean, we're just going to go in there and blend it. So it's not so looking like a pencil. And blend this side out. Bring it down onto the lid. So the next color is going to stick to that pencil. Because it's a pencil, so it's cream. So it's going to make my other colors stick almost like a primer. Well, at least that's what I'm hoping for. We'll see in the end, right? I don't know how close up I am to the camera. I seem like I'm like, boom, right in your face. If you're still here, I'm sorry. If you're still here, bless your heart. I'm so happy you're here. Because the other ladies are probably going to look fantastic, and I'm probably going to look like a clown. But you know what? They asked me. I love them all. They are all great ladies. They're all great angels. And I am so honored to be a part of this. I really, really am. Because we are celebrating our freedom. And we all know freedom is not free. A lot of men and women lost their lives so that we could be free and enjoy the freedom that we have today. So we really need to remember that. Sometimes the celebration and stuff is all real nice and good, but you tend to forget really, what the holiday is supposed to be about. Not just fireworks and parties and barbecues and everything. It is supposed to be about, the United States' independence. So, okay. Now, we got to do, let's see, a blue. We did a red. We did a white. So now we have to do a blue. Okay. I know the lashes I'm going to use. They have blue stars on them. And they're the kind that are magnetic that Nikki over at Happy Halls, I think that's their channel. I'm pretty sure that's their channel. Sent me. There's going to be some blue there. But I know I want to do blue. I have a blue liner. Did I leave my palette? Because I don't see it. And I don't want to use that blue. Let me see. Let me find my palette and I'll be right back. Okay, we got our palette. And I decided to go with one that Nikki sent me because of the blues that are in here. And there's a color up here that I can kind of like pair it with. And this one has never been opened. So, Nikki, I'm using the palette you sent me, girl. And I am trying to get into it. It's got this plastic film on it, but it doesn't want to come off. If y'all were still here, bless your hearts. Thank you so much. I mean, if you'd have told me 5 years ago that I was going to be on the internet with no makeup on, I'd have told you you were crazier than a cat with his tail caught in the door, because there is no way. And I still don't like doing it, and it makes me very nervous. And, all right, let me just try it this way. And, my blooming allergies are, this was the toughest piece of, y'all, I do pick all that up, really. And if I don't, believe me, my husband will. He gets on to me if he sees me bending over and picking stuff up out of the floor. Because if I happen to lose my balance, which I do a lot, because the top part of my neck, I have no vertebrates. It's a cage is what they call it. They took out 2 and 3 because my own vertebrates were cutting into my spinal cord. So they went in there and they took out 2 and 3. So that's why you never see me like throw my head back when I drink. Like some people, you know, this is what dropped. Some people throw their head back when they drink. I can't do that. I've learned to drink with my head straight. And y'all see my red, white, and blue and my messy bun. Okay, so we are gonna try this. All right, I have no idea how this looks gonna come out, but we're just gonna give it a try. It's a get ready with me. If it don't work, that, you know, that's the wonderful thing about makeup. If it didn't work, you can wipe it off and try again, right? So I'm just gonna put this down as a transitional shade so it doesn't look so stark blue maybe when I go in. So I'm just putting this down. I'll blend it out more. Don't worry. I'm just getting it down. Forgive me for the sniffles, but between the heat and the pollen, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but, and then, Stephanie over at Couponing Girl, bless her heart, she's got COVID. She said COVID's going around, and she's got it, and she's fighting with that. So, you know, y'all keep her in your prayers if you pray. Send her good vibes and wishes. She's got it pretty bad. She said this was the worst case she's had of it. Most people seem to have had it like a couple of times. I think I had it maybe once. I'm not sure. But I am sure of that I do not want it. So, and when you keep one of these, you know, around all the time, this one's completely full. And I have like 6 of these in my house, just anywhere and everywhere. They're just sitting there. And I have one in my car. So whenever I go somewhere or, you know, do anything, I'm sanitizing, okay? I am, ooh, look at this blue. Are y'all scared? Because I'm scared. Ooh. I think we're going back to the 80s with this one. I don't know, Renee. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Let's see how bad we can mess this up. Oh, we got to share this out. This is like blue. This palette definitely gives off pigment. Yes, I can definitely say that. Look, I got a black eye, doesn't it? Okay. I'm going to go in, and I love this brush. Look at this brush, how it's got a place where you can put your finger. I love this brush because of that. All right, I'm just tapping it in the corner, dragging it over, and whatever's left I'm going to put on the bottom. So, and then we're going to have to blend, blend, blend. Lord have mercy. Do I look like a clown? Yes, I do. I do. I look like a clown. But we're going to trust the process, right? We're going to trust it. And we may be regretting it after we trust it, but we're going to trust it and see what happens. Just whatever's left on my brush, I'm just kind of dragging down. There's really nothing left. I hate to put it in that again because it has so pigmented. Oh Lord, I can't even talk. All right, let's dust some of this swallow off so we don't. Now we got to blend, y'all. And we got to blend big time. So let me take a big fluffy brush that I usually don't use for my eyes. But seeing how all this needs blending, 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 we're gonna blend. And we're gonna blend. Can y'all see me blending? Okay, this might not be as bad as what I thought. Once you get it blended out a little bit and take some of that bam in your face blue out. It's not too bad, right? Not too bad. I always feel like I've got one of my eyes higher than the other, and I know I do. But, you know, everybody has a smaller eye. And I wish nobody had never told me that, because they say, you know, if you just sit in front of the mirror and look at yourself, you know, look at your eyes, you'll see which one's smaller. So I know this is my smaller eye. And I hate that because now I know. And now I notice it in every picture, everything. I notice it's the small eye. And it just bothers me beyond it bothers me. But I'm sure we all have those little things that bother us about our makeup. Or it might be just me, because, you know. But what are y'all's plans for the 4th of July? I mean, are y'all planning on, you know, doing the barbecue thing? Are y'all planning on, you know, going to somebody's barbecue? Are y'all going to go watch the fireworks somewhere? I'm going to have to fix my chin because I'm using a damp sponge on powder, and I messed that up myself. So, all right. All right, I think I want something to go on the lid. What do I want to go on the lid? I'm not doing any glitters. I'm not. Let's see what we can do with this little brush. What would make that blue pop a little bit? Maybe a lighter blue? Let's see. We're gonna try something like that. Pull all the way down to my lash line. I don't know. We might leave that, or we might try something else. I might have to see after I get on my lashes and do my waterline and everything. I see women who do their eyes before they even put on their foundation. I've tried that, and I can't do it. I cannot do it, because when I do it, I'm never satisfied with the way my eyes look in the end. And now I think I need to go back in with a little bit of that darker blue, because I think I sheared it out just a tad too much. Man, that stuff's, I don't know if it's the pencil that I put on, but it grips and holds on. And I bet that's what it is. I don't know if it's the actual powder itself, or if it's because I used that white liner as a y'all know what it's called, right? That white liner, when we used it all over the lid. I keep thinking I see something in my thing, and it's all these things that are popping up from Temu and stuff. Let me try this one again. Man, that's dark again. We got a blend. We got some harsh edges. We shouldn't see any of those. Should all be blended into one color. This is why I don't wear blue eyeshadow. And if you wear blue eyeshadow, that is fine and dandy if you can do it. I just feel like I can't pull it off. I just, it's just a hard color for me to work with. And I feel like I'm back in the 80s. Now, where was that blue liner? Because we just had it, so I know I brought it over here. All right, let's pack this baby up for right now. Wow, I got a lot of fallout underneath them when I may have to go in there with some powder, because it is really, let me go in here with this. Some finally, because I really don't like powdering underneath my eyes, so you can see all my wrinkles. So I try to not do that if I can help it. But I need to redo this. All right. let's go with the blue liner now. Let me close my powder up because I do not want to hear that hit the floor. And I've got a ton of stuff over here. That's why I can't believe I've already had to stop it twice now. And I was like, oh my God, am I even recording? And go get stuff because when I say I seriously took over an hour to go through all my makeup to try to find what I wanted to use, I did. And that's one of the reasons I didn't do nails too, because I just didn't have time. So we're just gonna go in here with this blue, and we're gonna put it in our waterline, and we're gonna try to tap it up here in this. And we're gonna do this one. All right, what do y'all think? Are we ready for lashes and some lipstick? And then maybe a change of attire. All right. So I gotta line my eyes with this, because this is the stuff that makes these lashes stick like magnets. And kind of makes me wonder what it is. You know, it has to be safe though. I mean, it's made for your eyes, so let's hope. So I'm just going in here and laying it down. And that's the color it is, y'all. It's, I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's this color. So that's what color is on my eyes. Well, I put the top down in it to get some more for the other eye, and then it got stuck. All right, let's try this eye. All right, so we have that on, and we're gonna let it dry for just a second. Let me turn my little fan here. If y'all don't have one of these, y'all need one. I'm telling you, they're wonderful. Get this dry so I can stick the lashes on. All right. I always like to go ahead and curl my own lashes before I stick those on. I may have to go in there and put another layer of glue on. I'm just gonna give my own lashes just a tad bit of mascara so they'll grip with the ones I'm fixing to put on. Oh. God, I'm sweating. Y'all see that? Well, I gotta give the creators who do get ready with me, like every day or every other day, or you know, that's what their channel is about. I gotta give them props, because doing this honestly makes me so nervous, and I don't know why it makes me so nervous, but it does. I mean, I've worn makeup all my life. Well, first time I ever, like, when I think I was like 13, my mom said I could start wearing makeup. And the only way I could start was she made me an appointment. And I'm fixing to way age myself now. But she made me an appointment at a place called Merle Norman. And they're still in business. They, dab that sweat. And I had to go in there and have those ladies teach me how to put on makeup for my age and for the right skin color, and go through all that. I mean, it was like an hour and a half. And then all these products they recommended to my mom, which now probably would be considered reasonable. Back then, it was like almost buying like Chanel or something. I mean, they were like the top brand, you know. But my mom bought it for me so that I could, you know, go to school with makeup and not look like a clown. And here I am on YouTube putting on my makeup. Okay, I want y'all to see these lashes, because you may not be able to see them once I put them on. Do you see they have blue stars on them? Okay. I did not see if I needed to cut them, but I just remember the last time I tried these on, I did not have to cut them. And I do not need to cut these either. How pretty is that? I love these lashes, Nikki. I love them, I love them, I love them. And I still have the original box they came in. And I will be getting me some more. Oh, I'm not even showing y'all, am I? You just stick them where your little liner's at. Then I try to mash them together with my lashes. I know I have that spot there. I'm waiting on it to dry. What do y'all think? Not too bad, right? I mean, we started off and there was, it didn't look like it was going to come together, but I think it come together pretty good. I mean, it may not be, you know, award winning, but, you know, it come out okay. I need a what do you call that? That you do your brows? I gotta do my brows. I haven't done my brows, y'all. I gotta do them. Let's see, what color am I gonna do them in? Well, I sure don't want to do them in purple or blue. Okay, let me lay my lashes and put the little magnetic stuff in there. I'm telling you, if all lashes, you could just do this, I'd wear lashes every day probably, but nope, not all lashes will do this. I wish they would. Is this my, no, that's not the one. Let's try this one right here. I got my eyes, my eyebrows here. They're so light. My daddy was, had jet black hair. I mean, jet black hair. And, me nor my sister got jet black hair. My mom was, or is, blonde-headed and green-eyed. Beautiful woman. Matter of fact, all my aunts were all beautiful women. None of them ever looked their age. And I'm older than my husband. And nobody knows until he makes a point of telling them, because he thinks it's funny, you know. And I can remember one day, y'all, we were going into a casino. Now, I may not look my age, and I don't necessarily tell my age either, but I look older than 21. I mean, I'm not crazy. Even when I have my hair done and my makeup on, you know, perfect, and, you know, good clothes on, and, you know, all that, I still look older than 21. But we were going into a casino, and the two guys that stand there, you know, and asked for your ID stopped me. And he's like, ma'am, I need to see your ID. And I didn't bring my ID in. When I go into the casino, I don't even usually take my purse, because, you know, I don't want to carry anything. So, you know, I didn't bring my ID, and I said, are you serious? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I didn't bring anything. I said, you know, it was in my purse in the car. But I was like, are you telling me you don't think I'm 21? And he's like, well, you never know these days, you know, 21-year-olds, you know, they can put that makeup on and everything. And I'm like, okay, fine. So my husband said, I'll go get your ID, you wait here. So I said, just get the ID. Don't bring the whole person. Just get my driver's license. So he come in. I handed him my driver's license. He looked at it, and he said, you know, you're good to go, whatever. Well, lo and behold, while I'm in the casino, I lose my driver's license. I put it in my jean pocket, in my back pocket. And somewhere, somehow, while I'm playing, it slips out. And thank the Lord, somebody turned it in. But I go to leave, and I realize I don't have it. And I'm like, this is why I don't like bringing stuff in. So I had to go back to the guy who asked me for it and say, now I've lost it. Did anybody turn it in? So he radios up way on the other side of the casino and lost and found, I guess, and they say, yes, somebody turned it in. And he said, it's on the other side of the casino. I said, are you kidding me? And he said, I'll go get it for you because I'm the one who made you. And I was like, okay. So I stood there, and I had to stand there at least 15, 20 minutes. And my husband's in the car, and he's not happy. He's like, he just did that to flirt with you. And I thought, no. I was like, why would he do that right in front of, maybe if I was by myself or something, but not, when you walk in with a guy, another guy's not going to stand there and try to flirt with you. And he swore up and down, he was like, yes, he was. And I'm like, no, he wasn't. And he's like, he didn't ask me for my ID. And I start laughing. He's like, I don't think it's funny. I thought it was hilarious, but till this day, he still swears that that man was trying to flirt with me. But you can't wait till you get old enough for somebody to say, I need your ID, and you're like, bam, right in their face. That's right, I'm old enough to buy this. And then after a while, you're like, they didn't even ask me for an ID. And now they rarely ask. But if they ask now, shoot, I'll pull that ID out real fast. Thank you. You just made my day. I'm like, if you think I'm not old enough to buy this, because some of those like gas stations and stuff will have a sign up that says, we ID anybody who doesn't look at least 30 or 40, and I'm like, that's a bit ridiculous. But I mean, if you get caught selling to minors, the actual cashier gets the fine, and then the store gets the fine. So if you ever go to a store and they're like super strict, it's usually because they've gotten caught before, and it after a $15,000 fine, that has to come out of their pocket. And then the actual cashier themselves has to pay their portion. Oh, and they're usually fired, so I can understand. It's flattering now. It really is. It's flattering. When you get to be a certain age and somebody says, I need to see your ID, you're like, of course. Okay, y'all. We're going to do red lips. Red lips, and we need to outline. I did the sugar scrub because my lips had been so dry, and it seems like I got to take all this makeup off of my lips. I do have a little thing down here I'm mopping it on. Okay, let's overdraw. Everybody says overdraw your lips. Okay, I'm gonna see. They say start with the Cupid's bow, so here we go. Oh, I don't think, here we go, gotta get it started. Ugh! I don't think I want to use this color. It's an orangey red. Can you see that? It's an orangey red instead of like a red. I like a blue red. An orangey red makes your teeth look yellow. And I prefer for my teeth not to look yellow. And if I do a red without a liner, chances are it's gonna feather into my wrinkles. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use this white one. Yep, I said it. I'm gonna use this white one again. Here we go. We're using white. Okay, the only reason I used white was because that was an orange red, and I don't want an orange red. So I'm gonna cover it up with this. This is NYX, and this is a really like deep red. I have this one that's more, it's more of a lipstick. So I don't know if I want to go with a lipstick or a gloss. Let me see on my hand here. So that's the lipstick. It looks kind of pinkish. And here's the gloss. We're gonna go with the gloss, y'all. All right, so wish me luck, because here we go. Okay, so that's red. But I have, oh, I think I need to clean it up a little bit. I need a really, here we go. A really like small brush. How's that? Okay, so we got a lipstick on, and we're gonna do a couple of stars on one side. just like that. And then almost dropped my lid. Oh, no wonder that doesn't fit, because it's not the right lid. Here it snapped, that one fit. Look at this, all this on my hand. We're gonna add a pop of wow to this red, okay? So where is here's the brush I was just using. And we're just gonna barely dip into it. Shake any of the excess off. Okay, can y'all see that? See that pop that I added to the red lips? Now my camera's wanting to turn everywhere because I hit it with my mirror. I really wish we could play music. Oh, I really wish we could. Because I'd be playing I Am Proud to Be an American. I can't sing. Where at least I know I'm free. Okay. So here is my get ready with me. Let me change my shirt and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. We got the red, the white, and the blue, and I just stuck this up here. Stick the red up, and we have this shirt is so big I could literally wear it as a dress almost. So there we go, y'all. This is my get ready with me, red, white, and blue. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it turned out okay, that y'all weren't too disappointed. But this is, you know, this is about as good as it gets, you know, when you're using red, white, and blue. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Hold on so I don't go into a coughing fit. Wow, that made my eyes water trying not to cough. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you so much, my angels. Please share, comment, hit the thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave me just an emoji. That lets me know that you come by, and it also lets, well, I've heard you just can't leave an emoji, right? Because Yahoo, goodness, now we're going back. YouTube will think you're a bot and unsubscribe you. You have to at least type a word. So, if you don't mind, you know, type a word, just hey, or, you know, just something. Type something, hello, goodbye, you know, something. because this is probably, you know, what my hair will look like come 4th of July, because it'll be hot and I am not wearing it down. But I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, stay safe, enjoy your 4th of July, and thank you, ladies, for allowing me to be a part of this collaboration. And I look forward to seeing everybody's look. So after you get through watching me, check in the description box and you will see all the other ladies, and I will link their channels down below. Check them out and go see how they did. Until next time, nothing but love.